Hi, welcome to the Harvest Table today. Today we'll be continuing to look at grief and grieving, and I want to talk about two subject matters today on grief and grieving. The first one is affirmations, and the second one is creating a memorial space. And before I begin on those two things, I want to share a song lyric that has been in my heart so much that I truly believe it will resonate with someone, and I'm going to share it. And I don't know if you like country music. There's been several country artists that has recorded this song through the years, and the one I listened to on repeat was Don Williams. And the name of the song is Lord, I Hope This Day Is Good. Unfortunately, YouTube won't let me play the lyrics, but I hope that it will allow me to say a small portion of the lyric. And it says, I'm feeling empty and misunderstood. I should be thankful. Lord, I know I should. But Lord, I hope this day is good. And it goes on to say, Lord, have you forgotten me? I've been praying to you faithfully. And I just really believe that will resonate with someone today. Are you feeling so forgotten? Are you feeling so empty and misunderstood? And in your heart, you say to yourself, Lord, I know I should be thankful. And yet at the same time, you plead with God, Lord, I hope this day is good. Please let me have a good day. In other words, I need a break, Lord. And as I'm sharing this, and even before, I turned the video on as I was meditating and reading this morning and listening to that song. I prayed for each one that hears this that you will have a day where you see the goodness of God. Even in the midst of pain and suffering, we can see God's goodness, and I pray you may do that today. And so I want to talk first about affirmations. What are grief affirmations? Grief affirmations are gentle, supportive statements that validate your emotions, honor your loss, and help you navigate healing with compassion and resilience. So often we can have compassion for others, but not ourselves. But when you're grieving, it's so critical that you have compassion on yourself. I've said that many times, and I hope it resonates with you and you understand and put into practice kindness and compassion upon yourself. Why? Because Jesus offers that to you. Jesus truly understands the sorrow you and I experience. And I just want to say this, as many of you that may be from my hometown area know, a very young man lost his life suddenly in a car accident recently. And it's just devastating in a community when you hear of someone 20, 21, 22, very young, dies without warning. It's devastating. It causes great grief in a community, doesn't it? I mean, my heart breaks for that family, for the known things they have enjoyed and have lost, but also for the unknown, for the marriage. He was engaged to be married, and now his fiancee will never have that joy and honor of being married to him. For the mom and dad that will not be able to witness that marriage, for so many things that they will not see, there's extra grief. But you know what? What really struck me about that, and I know this will resonate with someone, is not just the grief this fatal loss, this fatal accident brings, but all the griefs that have already been there before. All the grief, all the deaths, all the losses. And it's like it just keeps piling on and piling on and piling on until you're just surrounded by grief. Life can feel like that sometimes when an accident of this um, weight happens. And in my community, it's domestic violence, deaths by domestic violence. The first case was 4 victims died, and another one just happened yesterday, was another victim died. And it's just grief piled on grief, sadness upon sadness. And so, what do we do with all that? Well, unfortunately, I don't have 1,000 answers for you to say, oh, you can just do this and feel better, or you can just do that and the grief will disappear. I wish I could do that for you and me, but unfortunately, I cannot. But I can encourage you that God truly has not forgotten you and I. Grief affirmations are not meant to erase pain, but serve as a reflection and an anchor during difficult moments. Here's a couple of examples. For instance, you can say, my grief is a reflection of how much I loved, and know that is something to honor. So you can't bring the person back, but you can honor the love you feel for them, the love you shared with them. There are ways to honor that. And that's what I mean by affirming. You can affirmate that in your speech. And today, I remind myself I am healing, not forgetting. That's another grief affirmation. So there are things we can say to affirm instead of negative to cause further depression and despair. Love and mercy can exist with my memories and my life as I move forward. That's a huge one to acknowledge. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is memorial spaces. Now, many of you probably have already created a memorial space, at least one, and maybe several, in honor and memory of a person you loved. And some of you, it might be too fresh and you haven't done it yet. So, here's just a few ideas that you can start small. Maybe a small shelf with a photo, a card, or a printed word of one of the songs the person you loved, a song that was meaningful to him or her, a song that brings comfort to you as well. Maybe just have a little shelf with that on it, and you take time to pause there throughout your week and remember for a brief moment you meditate on that song, maybe on a printed Bible verse or a poem. Maybe you light the candle and you remember a good memory. Or maybe outside you can create a memorial space by planting 2 or 3 of your loved one's favorite flowers. Maybe it was your mom, maybe it was your dad, or maybe it was your sister. Whomever the loved one was, plant some flowers that you know they loved, group them together, add a solar powered angel or a light, and maybe have some wind chimes nearby. And in that quiet space, when you're in your garden, you can meditate on the memory of your loved one. Make it unique for what makes you feel connected to your loved one. And that's the most important part of a memorial that you would make to bring comfort and connection. Memorials are not made simply for sadness and despair. They're made to remember positive memories. They're made to honor the love you shared, and they're made for comfort. So make it something that comforts you. I want to read a Bible verse for you. It's in Psalm 73:26. Psalm 73:26. My flesh and my heart fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Do you know For most of us, if we live long enough, our flesh and our heart will fail. But there's something far more important than that. Even in times of great distress, our soul can rest in God. We can know He is our strength. He is our hope. He is our portion forever, not only while we suffer in this world today, but in our eternal home. We shall abide in His loving presence forever. And I just want to leave you with this thought from 1 Corinthians 2:9. But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. So as you visualize what you would like in your memorial, know this: nothing you visualize will ever compare to the most beautiful, glorious space, the most beautiful home God has awaiting for you and I in heaven if we love Him and are looking and longing for His return. And we're going to visit with our loved ones there. We're going to sit down and talk with them. We're going to be surrounded by beauty that we can't even begin to imagine. I can't begin to tell you. I know one of my favorite flowers are dahlias, and I plant them every year in loving memory of my mom that raised me because that was one of her favorite flowers. She grew so many beautiful dahlias, and she was so proud of them, and they brought so much joy into her life. And every time I see them, I feel the love that I shared with her, the wonderful, comforting memories with her. I don't feel the pain, although sometimes the pain is present still, even though that's been many, many years ago since she passed away. Most of the time, when I see those beautiful dahlias, I experience love and comfort and joy. And I know, even as I look at those beautiful dahlias, they can't begin to compare what my Heavenly Father has prepared for me in heaven, and neither can you. Maybe you've lost your mom and dad and you long to see them again in heaven. Well, you will, and you will be in the most beautiful garden that you cannot imagine. You will be in a beautiful mansion, and your loved one will walk right in and sit down and talk with you. And oh, can you just visualize that first hug in heaven with the one we have lost here? When I hug my mom, the joy, the eternal joy, the joy that she will be so happy I made it, and I will be so happy and thankful to be reunited with her. And down here, as a young girl, I never knew how to truly express appreciation to her for all the love and care she gave to me and my sisters. But up there, I really believe from that first hug, that first moment, all the love and the thankfulness will be understood in that first hug. And with your loved one, I really believe the same. It could be your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your child, whoever it is, your son, your daughter, whoever it is. When you hug them, it's all going to be poured into one hug, and it's going to be an eternal visitation. We're not going to have to say goodbye. You know, sometimes I would go to a friend's house and watch a football game, and I'd get so tired. Sometimes I even have to leave before it's over. Sometimes you go watch the Super Bowl and you're just so tired you can't even wait till the end. You have to go home and rest. Or sometimes with these World Series games, you watch them and you're so excited hoping your team wins, but many times they'll go into 10, 11, 12, 13 innings and you just can't take it. You got to get up at 4 or 5 in the morning and go to work. You can't be there till 1 or 2 in the morning watching that game. And so you have to say goodbye. You have to depart. But in heaven, there's no more goodbyes. You're not going to hug your loved one and hurry up and leave and wonder when you'll see them again. You're going to be with them forever. And isn't that glorious? That's the comfort we have, the hope we have. So do not despair. Let your heart know, even though it may fail, God is the strength of your heart and your portion forever. Thank you for joining me. God bless you. May this day be good because God is with you. And I'll see you next time.